Hello, welcome to another video on the restoration of my 1974 Series 3 E-Type. Not sure if the camera can pick it up properly, but I finally got the top coats now on the monocoque. Went on reasonably well, quite pleased with it. I'm going to leave it now for about another 4 days, and then what I shall do is get some paste and give it a machine polish, and then finish off with a very fine T-cut by hand, and then hopefully it should look quite good. Now what I'm doing today, I'm fitting my restored independent rear suspension in. Just show you around it quickly. I've got all new pads, new pistons and seals in all the brakes, all new shock absorbers. They're looking quite good. I'm quite pleased with them. All the bearings have been greased and all shimmed up and adjusted, so I'm happy with that. So as far as I can see with that, there's no problems. Now what I wanted to show you today was the mounting bolts. Now these go up through, I suppose it's the panhard rods that stop the axle from twisting. They go up into the body. Now when they come out, they're looking a little bit worse for wear. So what I've done with these, just polish them on the drill. I got a drill here with a brass wheel, and I find that excellent. Clean them up and then soak them in hydrochloric acid, a 20% solution. We can buy that off the shelf here in France, so that's quite good. And then I've got one of these little zinc plating setups here, runs off of a 12-volt battery with a rheostat so that you can control the current. Some zinc plates, I suppose they are, and you just put it in the solution. Hang these on a little copper rod, and I find it low power, which is best because the zinc then transfers nice and slowly and goes on smooth. About 25-30 minutes, and that gives you a reasonable coating. If you put the power up too high, the zinc gets powdery and you can burn the diodes here, burn them off, and that doesn't really help. They're not particularly bright, but I'm not doing it for looks. I'm just doing it for rust protection, from my own satisfaction, really. If you want it bright, you can. When you get the kit, you get something like this. Now this is called Xylite. It's a maintenance, and if you tip it in your solution, it brightens up the zinc. So if you're doing bolts like I've done here, I hope you can see them now. These little bolts here, they're very bright. I've done all the brackets for the brake pipes, all the nuts and bolts that that I'm reusing for like all the suspensions. As I said in the last video, the calipers are having all new bolts in. Now it's having a new bonnet, so all the bonnet nuts and bolts will be brand new because that'll come with it. But if you have a look on here, on the carrier, I hope you can see, hope it's light enough. Now all these bolts that aren't in high stress areas, I'm using stainless steel A2 with nuts and washers, so that'll look quite nice when it's all fitted up. I hope there's enough light to just show you under the car. It's all looking okay now. All the boot's done, so what I'm hoping to do, once I've got the suspension in, is get the fuel pipes in, get the tank in, and start just doing all the rear lights and the wiring. And then the next job, which I think is one of the most important jobs, is I will be putting wax oil over the entire inside of the monocoque. Now, I don't care how good a painter you are, there's no way that you can get paint right up in under the wings between the body panels there. So what I should do, I'll show you how I'll be doing that. I basically heat it up so it's very hot, get the applicator with a long tube and a fine atomizer on the end, and then just blast it all the way through. But I'll do a little video of that when I'm ready to go. Right, I'm going to crack on and get this rear suspension in now. So the next video, in a few days time, again, I'll talk you through how I'm going to wax oil it and get all the inner body panels protected. Right, thanks very much. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye now.